Good morning. Welcome to Rise and Shine. We will get started in a standing position today. A little different than what we usually do. Bring the feet together. Bases of the toes are together. The heels can be offset a little bit. Keep a slight bend in the knee or keep them soft. Don't block them out. Take in the core and the pelvic floor. Inhale. Look at the thumbs. Sit into chair. You can raise your hands all the way above your head. I'm keeping mine down so you can actually see what I'm doing. Exhale. Release. Hinge at the hips, bend the knees as much as you'd like. If that feels better for you this morning, release the neck. Inhale, come to a half lift. You can bring the hands onto the shins or keep the fingertips on the floor. Exhale, bend the knees more, plant the palms. Walk the feet back into plank or supported plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale into up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog, 5 breaths. And you can walk your legs out, press the palms into the floor, keep the pelvic floor engaged, keep the core nice and firm, scoop in the low belly. 3, 4, 5, inhale, walk the feet to meet the hands, however you get there. Come into that half lift, lift the chest, exhale, fold. Inhale, bring yourself back up into chair. Exhale down into Samasthiti. Find your grounding again. Inhale, bring the hands together. Look at the thumbs. Exhale, release the neck, hinge at the hips. Bring the chest as close to the knees as you can. Keep the knees slightly bent if you'd like, or deeply bent, totally up to you. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Walk the feet back, bring the knees down or keep them up in plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, curl the toes under, lift the hips. 5 breaths. One more breath, 5. Inhale, walk the feet to the hands. Take that half lift. Exhale, fold, release the neck. Inhale, bring yourself up into chair. Exhale, fold. One more of these. Inhale, sit back into chair. Exhale, fold, release the neck. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk the feet back. Knees stay up or down. Exhaling all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. Spread the fingers, press into the palms, bring the heels towards the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, walk the feet up towards the hands, nice and slowly. Inhale with a half lift. Exhale, fold, release the neck. Press into the heels as you bring yourself back up into chair. Exhale, release. Next, step the right foot out the lengthways way of your mat. I'm going to face you so you can see what I'm doing. Bring the feet about hip distance apart. Exhale, fold forward. Grab the toes. Bend the knees as much as you need in order to grab the toes. Once you've grabbed the toes, take an inhale into this half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Release the neck. You're looking between the knees. 5 breaths. 1. You can begin to try to straighten the knees. It's okay if they don't become straight. 2. Bring the elbows out to the side. Release the shoulders away from the ears. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold the toes. Come to a half lift. Exhale here. Next one, there are choices. You can either lift your feet, bring your palms underneath both feet, or if that's a little too much or a little too weird, hold on to the back of the legs, the ankles, or bring the hands under the heels and fold again. Or you can always keep the toes a second time. 5 breaths. We're on breath 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, come to that half lift. Exhale there. Release the grip however you've taken it. Inhale yourself all the way back up. Bring the feet back together. Good. From the top of your mat, find that grounding. Coming to this place of rest or standing between each posture just gives like a clean slate. It gives a chance to find that grounding, find your breath again, and then move on to the next posture without the residue of the former posture. Inhale, step the right foot out again, lengthways down your mat. Turn the toes away from you towards the short end of your mat. Bend the right knee. Lean over and grab the toe. Keep the knee bent if you would like, if that's where your practice is today. Even if it's not where it was yesterday, it's okay. Hold on to the toe. If it's appropriate for you, begin to raise your left hand towards the sky. Press into that back foot. The hips are facing pretty much the same way. Really ground that back foot. If lifting your arm this way does not feel right, tuck it in the back or just hold it down your side. Whatever feels good. If it's in your practice, you can begin to straighten that front right leg. Find your balance. That's why we engage the pelvic floor. Lean back if your arm is raised. Breath 2. 3. If your arm is raised, look up towards the hand if that's okay for your neck. 4. 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, turn the foot, the left foot, towards the small end of your mat. Again, turn the hips to meet the foot. Bring yourself down, bend that left leg. Press into the right foot. Begin to straighten the leg if it's in your practice today. It's okay if you keep that leg bent. Lift the arm up if that's okay for you today. Tuck it behind. Hold along the way of the body. And breathe. We're on breath 2. 3. Open the chest, open the heart. 4. 5. Inhale, come up. Good. We're going to twist back to the first side. We're going to twist this posture. Keep that right knee bent. Place the left hand down either on the inside of that right foot or on the outside. And begin to lift the right hand up. Press into that left back foot. Straighten that right leg if you'd like to, or if you can. If lifting the arm up isn't in your practice today, simply hold or keep your hand down. 3. 4. 5. Good job. It's a really twisty posture. Inhale yourself up. Turn to the other side. Keep the low belly scooped in. Exhale, bend the front leg. Bring the right hand inside the left foot or outside. Press into that hand. Lift the other hand up. If that's in your practice, press into the back foot. Open the chest. Straighten the front leg if you can. Good. Find that steady place. 3. 4. 5. Good. Inhale up. Come back to the top of the mat. Find that steady place. Find your breathing. Opening up the hips and finding that movement within the pelvis. That's one of the main goals of yoga. If there is a goal other than breathing. And that's what this Rise and Shine is today. It's finding that place where you can get that movement, get that openness, so you can bring that through your day. Inhale, wider step. Feet facing me. Try not to lock out the knees. Butt joint is a weak joint and also a dangerous joint. Find your hips. Lift through the chest. Exhale, place the palms on the floor. You can widen the feet out a little bit more. You can bend the knees as much as you need to be able to get your palms flat on the floor. If the floor is still a little too far away, You can bring yourself up onto yoga blocks to bring the floor closer to you. Or box, something. Inhale into that half lift. Keep the low belly scooped, keep the pelvic floor engaged. Exhale, bend the elbows, bring the head towards the floor. It's okay if your head does not touch the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Good job. Exhale here. Bend the knees. Walk the feet in a little bit. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Arms outstretched. If you have any shoulder sensitivity, then do not do this next posture. Do the one that we just did. If your shoulders are good and the chest is able to open, clasp your hands behind your back like this. Open the chest. Bring those shoulder blades together in order to spread the collarbones. Feet widen out. Exhale, hinge again. 5 breaths. 1. Low belly is scooped. Core is strong, protecting the spine. 2, 3. Pelvic floor is engaged for that stability. 4, 5. Keep the hands together. Inhale yourself up. Release the hands. Bring them back to the hips. Walk yourself back to the top of your mat. Excellent job. Find your steadiness. Find your breath. Bring the palms together behind you. Again, this is, spreading those collarbones to bring the shoulder blades together. You can have your hands pointed down, or you can bring the palms together, pointed up. Really press the palms together, open the elbows out in order to keep those hands pressing. Inhale, right foot steps out again, long ways of your mat. Turn towards that right foot, both hips facing the same way. Bend the right leg, scoop in the low belly a little bit further. Exhale, hinge, release the neck. Bend your knee enough that your chest touches the top of your leg. Keep pressing those hands together. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up, other side. Exhale. Good. Hinge. Bend the knee as much as you need to bring your chest to the knee. With each exhale, you might find more room to try to straighten the leg a little bit. That's not a requirement. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up, step to the top of the mat. Release the arms nice and slowly. Find your space. For balancing posture, our first balancing posture of the morning, inhale, lift the right knee up and hold on to this knee with both hands. Straighten, keep the foot flexed, and breathe for 5 breaths. If you need more than this, lean over from the inside, grab your toes with your right peace fingers. If you still need more, straighten the leg out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Wherever you are, if you have your knee or if you have your toe, bring the leg or the knee out to your right. If it's possible, look over the left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Exhale, bring the knee or the leg back in. Fold over. Inhale up. Exhale, drop that foot or drop the knee. Excellent job. Find your grounding. Inhale the knee up. Find that place where you can stand up straight. Bring your shoulder blades together. Low belly scooped, pelvic floor engaged. Ground that right foot into the floor. If you need more, reach over, grab the toe. If you still need more, straighten that leg. 1, 2, stand up straight. 3, 4, 5. Find your balance. If you fall out, get right back to it. It's not a big deal. So from here, open up the leg or the knee. Glance over that right shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg back in. Lift, exhale, hinge, release the foot. So as you can see, one side can be very different than the other, and that's okay. We observe, we don't judge ourselves. Find your breath. Next balancing posture, again, you have choices. Take the foot in, the right foot, either on the inside of your ankle, your calf, or above the calf for tree. If you want something a little different, bring the right foot in to half lotus as long as it's safe for the knee. You're always welcome to stand near a wall for this as well. If you have your leg at half lotus, you are welcome to begin hinging forward, bringing one or both hands towards the floor. 1, 2. You can also bind behind you. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up nice and slowly if you hinged forward. Release tree. Nice and slowly. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale here. Other side. Tree. Or take that half lotus. Whatever you need today. Try to stick with whatever you did on the other side. Even if this one is a little bit different, try to keep that balance. If you've got half lotus, exhale. Ground. You're welcome to fold forward. You're welcome to try to find that toe behind you and bind. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Slowly come up if you folded. Exhale. Release. Come to the top of your mat. Very nice. Inhale, sit into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Release the neck. Inhale, come to that half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, walk the feet back. Exhale all the way down, knees bent or straight up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bring your feet down. However you get there, come onto your sits bones. Bring yourself into an upright seated posture with the feet offset. If you've got lotus or half lotus in your practice, you are welcome to bring yourself into lotus or half lotus here. Lift the spine up from the sits bones, ground the sits bones into the floor, remove any tissue that might be in the way. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Lift up through the spine. Gently tuck the chin, scoop in the low belly even more. Exhale, fold forward. Lead with the chest, not with the arms. So all of this motion is coming from here, not from reaching the arms forward, but from hinging the hips. Release the neck. Breathe 5 breaths. Three, 4, 5. Inhale, bring yourself up. Bring the palms next to you. Open the chest. You can have your fingertips facing away or towards you. And lift the hips off the floor or just lean back. Totally up to you. If you lift the hips off the floor, it will look something like this. Little bit of a back bend here. 3, 4, 5. Very nice. Find your sits bones again. Lift. Twist to your right. Again, this is coming from a nice trunk rotation towards your right. Exhale, fold forward. Again, this is a hinge and not an arch. So imagine that those hip bones folding forward. Lead with the chest. Squeeze the glutes to keep the knees moving towards the floor. If there's any tightness or tension in the knees, support both, even if just one of them is talking to you. Inhale, unwind. Nice gentle twists to end our practice today. You might hear my dog barking. She's barking at the lawn guy. Exhale. Lead with the chest. Inhale up, come back to center, hinge forward one more time here. Release the neck, scoop in the low belly. Inhale, bring yourself up, help the knees together. Bring the knees together. A little more balancing here. Scoop the low belly in. Find a place where you can grab either your wrists, the shins, or your elbows, whatever works for you right now. Inhale, lift the toes off the floor. Find that strength in your core. Keep lifting through the spine. Nice. 2. Try not to round the low back. 3, 4, 5. Place the feet down. Place the hands down. Lift the sits bones off the floor for one breath. Place back down. Bring the knees back together. Find that lift in your chest. And lift the toes off the floor again. If you need something different here, begin to bring the feet away from you. Point the toes. You can keep the knees bent. Arms come out to the side. If you need different, straighten the knees. Keep lifting through the spine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Bring yourself back down. Find your hands on the floor. Lift. Lower. One more time. Hold. Lift the feet. Release the feet with bent knees. Or straighten the legs. Lift through the chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. Cross the feet. Place the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Very nice. Bring yourself back to that balanced place. Find the sits bones on the floor. Bring the knees together. Hug them in. Lift the toes. You are welcome to stay here. If you need different, grab the toes. Begin to straighten the legs. Staying balanced on your sits bones. Straighten the knees or move them towards straight. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Look up. 2. Lift through the spine. 3, 4, 5. Bring the feet together. Lower them down. Very nice. Hug the knees into your chest and roll back. Make sure you're not going to roll into anything. Hug the knees in. Feel that compression in the hip flexor right here where the leg meets the body. 5 breaths. Really tightly compress. If you need a little bit different or a little bit more, bring the knees out. Squeeze the knees towards the armpits. Release the neck to the floor, so tuck the chin slightly. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the legs down straight. Very nice. Let the blood rush back into those hip flexors that you just compressed. The compression kind of limits the blood flow a little bit. It doesn't stop it at all, but it does constrict it a bit. So once that release happens, that fresh oxygenated blood moves back to whatever area that was being constricted. Bend the knees. Bring the right foot over the left knee and stay here. If you need different, begin to bring the left foot off the floor. Hold under the knee. If you still need different, gently pull that leg towards you. Good. That's our cue to start Shavasana. Release the neck. 2 more breaths. Good. Exhale down. Release the foot. Other side. Inhale the left foot up. If you need different, bring the right foot up off the floor. If you still need different, bring that right knee towards the chest. So opening up the backs of the hips and the glutes here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the foot down. Unfold it from your knee. Begin to release the legs all the way down. About mat distance apart, allow the feet to flop open. Tuck the shoulder blades under a little bit. Open the hands to your side. Palms face up if you need an uplift. Face down if you need grounding. Take stock. Scan your mind and notice what it is that you need and allow your hands to honor that. Release the chin. Release the jaw. Release the cheeks. Release the eyelids. Release the forehead. Gently close the eyes or soften the gaze. Taking this time to consolidate the gains that you've made during your practice. It is at rest that we find growth, connection, and the breath. Allow yourself a few minutes in Shavasana. Follow your breath. If your mind wanders away, gently bring it back to the breath. Allow the entire body to release and or melt onto your mat, into the floor. Take as much time as you need here. If you were doing this before work, I do suggest setting an alarm just in case you begin to nod off a little bit. Sometimes that can happen when you're taking rest at the end of your practice. You stay at rest as long as you need, like I said. Follow your breath. If the mind wanders, gently bring it back. I will be turning off the video. If you have any questions or comments, please do let me know. Got chat going, but also, you're welcome to somehow connect with us, email. I will say, the light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for letting me share in your practice this morning, and you stay in Shavasana as long as you need. Have a wonderful day.